Hello, Internet. Welcome to Rockwell City.
Knife drop.
next door to Raccoon City.
All right, well, we decided to take it on ourselves to Rockwell, a few knives we've all been using pretty frequently the past couple of weeks. And we're here to let you know what we found.
And ones that we have been disappointed with, and ones we've been very impressed with, and ones that we don't have enough experience to know either way with. So we kind of went into it with every kind of bias we could possibly do.
So that's going to be great.
Yeah, of course. So we should probably say we're looking at MagnaCut, Cru-Wear 20 CV.
Well, that MagnaCut's so hot right now.
It is.
It's all over the place.
That's not that hot.
Well done.
Well, so specifically, the new tagged out in carbon fiber and MagnaCut, the new Gold Glass?
No,
just limited.
Limited.
No, it's inline. It's an inline knife.
No way, really?
It's an
Okay.
inline knife.
All right. Yeah, why would I think Gold Glass? Can we edit that out?
Because it's got gold. It's got gold.
I mean,
Carbon
in with the
fiber.
carbon fiber and everything.
Yeah,
I
the
guess
marble carbon fiber
the logo
frame
gives
is-
it away, though. It's got the
Yeah,
regular production logo. It doesn't have the Gold Glass logo. So, well, I don't know. Where should we start? Who's curious about what first? I mean, we've already looked at it, so the surprise.
Well, the Malibu's been out for a minute, so let's
Should we start
with
there?
the Malibu.
That's Dakota's custom Tiffany blue Malibu.
No
It's
choil.
20 CV.
No choice.
No
choil.
choil now because he sharpened it out of there.
Yeah. So this has been sharpened a lot, and
Should we? I mean,
yeah.
yeah. There's a substantial bit of blade missing there.
But you've been using that for a while, and how's it been treating you?
You've been these. It's well over a year. You've been carrying
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years.
Is it that long?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I've used it to strip cable, cut steak, boxes. I used it to pry apart a couple 2x4s that were nailed together the other day.
So all the things.
Yeah, all the things. I
All
haven't
the
broken a
things.
tip yet.
Good.
That's not happened, but I've come in and there's big old chips, and you guys are like, what the fuck?
Well, now that tip's so chunky because it's been sharpened so.
Yeah.
If you haven't broken a tip yet, it's not happening now.
You're not gonna. You might as well just break it in half at this point.
So 20 CV, what is it supposed to Rockwell at?
20 CV is 59.
59.
And it's ideal.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get 58, you'll get 60s, but 59 is ideal.
But over 59 into the 60s,
It starts to chip. Yeah, it starts
Yeah.
to chip. So all of our Macs are M390. They're all done at 59 is ideal. Which
Okay.
I did do a Mac today too, but I didn't bring it down because why?
That's the test line.
Yeah.
We also have
And the-
calibration desks.
Yeah,
Those
and we have
chocolate.
calibration discs too, and it has been. I already calibrated it after we did our last fake video.
Yeah.
So it was ready to go.
Yeah.
So I didn't calibrate it before these because I calibrated it before I put it away last.
Okay. So yeah, this guy came out at 58 across the board.
Yeah, the only one where they were all three consistent. That's pretty dead on.
Said something for ProTech, you know?
Yeah, it also kind of anytime something's that consistent, it's all because I don't know why, but it never works that way. So, but when it comes out that consistent, I'm always like, I wonder if I did something wrong.
It's like 58, 58, 58. Good to
So-
go.
Yeah.
You've been using it a lot. How's the edge retention been on?
I mean, you still carry it, so you've obviously got to like it.
I'm not the one to ask about edge retention on that.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Gerber flat iron I had better edge retention.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He did say he's not the one to ask about that, though. So.
That's true.
Yeah, what's the steel on the Gerber flat iron?
Yeah.
1828.
Yeah, old melted down car doors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you have the D2 one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all
it
right.
is
all right.
D2.
Okay, well,
Old melted
D2's
down.
It's the tool steel. It should have good edge retention.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. I use the fuck out of it, and it always seems like I do one hard project with it, and that's ruined for the rest of the week.
Got it.
I mean, I had another knife in MagnaCut that I won't, it'll remain nameless, but it was the same way. It was like
Yeah.
every time I did something hard use with it, it needed sharpening, and I thought, it's an expensive knife. I'm going to sharpen it down to the point where it's not going to be worth anything. I got to get rid of it now, before, but
I enjoyed this. Like, it's great. I love the blade geometry. I love the handle. I love everything about it. It's just that every time I'm cutting something that's a little not 100% kosher, that's not cardboard or paper, it gets dull within like 20 minutes of that task.
I do recall my Malibu, it didn't have the kind of edge retention I expected out of it. But so now that comes to, now I come to wonder if that's just, it's a small blade. Is it just part of, is it just the nature of the geometry of the design?
Maybe.
Maybe that's part of it.
I don't dislike it. Obviously, I like it. I went through the effort of like getting it Cerakoted, and I carry it every day.
Yeah, it's
If
pretty
I
worn.
hated it, it wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. You wouldn't even bother Rockwelling it if you
No,
hated it.
I was just curious because like the blade keeps getting eaten away because it gets sharpened so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to go next?
Just going a line.
Okay, well, this is my shootout that is very dirty, and I use it a lot. But I've been carrying it for probably over 6 months. I've only had to sharpen it one time, and I am not nice to it. The little marks after the number denote it Rockwelled above that number, but not high enough above that number that I would want to call it the next number up. So consider that 60.5, 60.5, and 60. Which, I mean, like I said, it's not crazy high for Cru-Wear, you know, it's not like coming in at 63, but I'm continually impressed with this thing, and I really did not expect to be when I got it. I needed something that I could pocket carry in Cru-Wear. I didn't want the Mini Autonomous, which was available at the time, and I didn't want another paramilitary too, because I can't just test every steel in a paramilitary too. It's it doesn't. You're not getting a good test bed there, and so I just grabbed a shootout off the shelf, and God, I really like it. I really like it. It's great.
Is that knife itself as well, or just a steel?
No, all around.
Yeah.
It's light. The handle to blade ratio is a little funky, but because it's a polymer handle, I expect that. You need added strength because you're not getting aluminum. But it's comfortable, fits in my pocket. It's really lightweight. It's reliable as all hell. I mean, I can't even remember the last time it misfired on me. And like I said, I mean, look at the blade. It's not in good shape. I cut food. I cut cardboard. I beat it. I use it for everything. In fact, I even switched it to my dominant side to make sure that I used it for everything, and moved my hinder to my offhand to my left side, because I was carrying it for a while and I was like, I'm never using the thing because it's on my offhand. So I switched it and carried it on my right side for most of that 6 months. So it's seen most of my knife use over the last 6 months has been that, and I did that on purpose, and it's held up amazingly well. I really liked it. And then the next one is my Mordax, which I've only had, like a week?
Yeah, maybe a week.
So I haven't really done much with it. But 60, 59, and 60, so pretty consistent there too. I don't have a lot to say about that because it hasn't seen a lot of use yet. I did buff it, but that's just something I kind of do to everything. But I have not sharpened it. But it still is holding up pretty well.
I hate
Doesn't
this
have
so
any-
much.
Doesn't have any nicks or chips in it. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe we can do a follow-up or something, or I'll bring it up on the live stream.
Yeah.
After a couple of
definitely.
weeks of use, I'll give an update on the live stream
All right.
and let you guys know how it goes. But so far, the little use it's seen, I have no complaints whatsoever.
Right on. Well, that would move on to me and the Mini Adonis and MagnaCut. So I really wanted to love this thing. I still do, and I'll carry it a bunch, and I'll probably use it even more. But
It is good looking.
it's a great looking
It's a
knife.
great
It's a great looking knife. The first week
holes.
I had it, I broke down 3 boxes, and that was like tape, and cardboard. And you looked at the edge. I mean, there was like some pretty serious chipping.
You could feel it.
Yeah, you could-
It would catch your fingernail. for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. So I was pretty upset about that. I did sharpen it after that, and it held up a little bit better. And that kind of just led right into the Rockwell. But the numbers aren't awesome necessarily.
58, pretty much 58 across the board.
which is
57 plus.
Definitely a little low for what
Yeah.
we're looking for.
Well, and I only know 2 people who carry a Mini Adamas.
Yeah.
And neither one of them like the performance of it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
Okay.
expect it to be a great slicer, but I mean, I'm aware of the geometry and
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, it is chonky.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't expect it to be a super slicer or anything like that, but I did expect it to hold up pretty well because of all that meat behind that edge. you
Yeah,
know?
Right.
yeah.
And so we'll see, I guess, with a little longer use if it holds up. But initially, I'm not overly impressed with that thing.
Well, that leaves you.
That leaves me. And the reason mine is on the deck here is because it's the tagged out carbon fiber handle, also in MagnaCut. And the reason it made it to the table here for this testing was Alistair was not very happy with the heat treat on his. And I've had this for a month, carrying it with me at work, working for Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And cutting open fertilizer bags, seed bags, opening boxes. I even used it to cut down a shipping box so that I could be, because it was too large, and I, straight down into the cardboard. And I had not sharpened this once.
Yeah, and you really enjoyed it, and vastly different geometry, too.
Incredibly different.
And I
Vastly different
think
geometry.
that might be the secret on this.
I think it is.
Because when we turn this over, it has
Pretty low
way
numbers.
low numbers.
It's astounding to the point where if I had done that knife first, I would have recalibrated the Rockwell.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have believed those numbers.
Yeah.
I would have thought I messed up the calibration. I was like, there's
Yeah,
no way.
and I'm a little bit kind of shook by that. And the only thing that I can think of is with the thin blade stock and the high flat grind, and the actual edge geometry there. What is the? I'm sorry, I'm bad at this. but
Right
the-
edge or true edge or some shit.
They're
Yeah.
what they're calling for these hunt line.
Yeah.
Select.
Select
Select
edge.
edge.
Thank you.
Select edge.
There it is.
That it is a cutter.
Well,
and has continued to be.
I think that's quite a testament to when people say they want it this sharp or that, and it's like, well, it's like you can sharpen it all you want, but half of sharpness is geometry. It's so
Correct.
important. That's
Yeah.
why people they give you a K-bar and I want to shave with it. It's like, then why were
not-
straight razors
Why,
invented?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
not-
Like, there's a reason the geometry makes a difference. Like, if you can shave with anything, then straight razor would be a fucking waste of time.
Yep. And that may be what belies this. And the other thing, we were talking earlier about it is this is off their hunt line. Maybe they're running, because they don't have a listed Rockwell on the website
Specifically
for
for
this
it.
That is something we should mention. Is we sat here like idiots on our phones in front of the camera and all went through looking up what the posted Rockwells are, and basically non-existent.
Yeah.
Basically there are people who are testing them like this and giving numbers, but you're not getting official numbers out of ProTech. You're not getting official numbers out of Benchmade.
No. So, and again, it could be they're running it lower for ease of sharpening.
In the field,
but
since it's a hunt
I
knife.
haven't heard a whole lot of issues with MagnaCut being that difficult
general,
to sharpen.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So it's like, Cru-Wear, I could totally see that, or
Yeah.
20 CV even, that can be a pain in the ass. to
Yeah,
sharpen.
I've had to sharpen an M390 knife, not in the shop, and I'll never do it again.
No, it's a giant, no, hell
I'll
with that.
never do it again.
But I mean, geometry. I actually read a thing on the internet from the guy who came up with MagnaCut on knife. What is it? Knife Steel Nerds.
Knife steel nerds.
Yeah. And he was talking like, you can have all the Rockwell, you can have
Iron
all the
Thomas.
properties of the steels, but if your edge geometry isn't good, it's not going to.
It's not going to matter. Yeah.
So I mean, he said that would make more sense or more important for the performance of a knife than the steel or the heat treat.
And I agree with that because I mean, look at 440. I don't like 440.
Yeah.
But there are certain instances where it will perform very well.
Yeah.
But it's not it's not an all around. And I think that comes down to there are certain geometries that it works well with, and there are most that it don't.
Yeah.
Unless it's Hitachi.
Unless it's Hitachi 440, but then when you call up and ask to buy it, they tell you to fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Same
Well,
thing
hey,
when we
I'll
tried
buy
to
some ZDP 189.
We tried that too, and they told us
if you
no.
can give us all of that, we'll make a bigger order.
Yeah, we tried to buy ZDP 189 and we tried to buy Hitachi 440, and they basically just were like, no, when they hung up. All right, well, fuck.
Who is this?
I know.
No.
All right, my money's purple apparently
EA.
instead of green.
All right, well, there's our fucking 2 cents on these things.
Yay!
Yeah.
File this in your cabinet of. I guess I won't trust those guys anymore.